Good morning.
Updating when it was, yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call the September 17th Planning and Zoning Commission meeting to order. Would you all still please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hubbard, Commissioner Bradshaw, Commissioner Helms,
Here.
Commissioner Kirkham,
Here.
Commissioner Morris, Chairman Hassett,
Here.
Vice Chair Gillette, here. Commissioner Patillo,
Here.
Commissioner Martin,
Here.
Commissioner Rugi. Commissioner Rugi is present via Teams. We have a quorum.
Automated announcements.
Anyone who has not signed in, please do so at the table located in the lobby. Should anyone wish to speak, please complete a request to speak form, which is also located on the lobby table, next to the sign-in sheet. A request to speak form must be completed for each item you would like to speak on. Please note, there are stairs on the right, left, and center aisles, and we ask that you use caution when using the stairs. There is also a ramp located to the audience's left. If anyone has written comments, exhibits, petitions, photos, or letters they intend to present at today's meeting, have 17 copies and give them to a staff member at the back of the auditorium. Staff member, please hold up your hand for the audience. If you do not have 17 copies, you may use the overhead camera to present your documents. Please place your documents on the podium and line it up with the arrows indicated. If you want your documentation to go on record, you must hand them to the clerk after your presentation with the agenda item number clearly marked on the documentation. Members of the public cannot speak to staff members that are seated at the tables with microphones during the meeting. If you have questions, please see the staff member located in the back of the auditorium. All speakers will be limited to 2 minutes to make their presentation statements. Everyone, please turn off all cell phones or place them on vibrate during the meeting. If you must take a call, please leave the meeting area and go outside to have your conversation. We also ask the audience to refrain from talking with one another during the presentations and discussions. Today, the Planning and Zoning Commission will hear public testimony and then forward a recommendation to the Board of Supervisors. Everyone attending the meeting is asked to remember that the administrative building and campus are tobacco-free areas, which means no smoking is allowed from curb to curb. No food or drinks are allowed in the auditorium except for bottled water. If there are any items remaining on the agenda, the commission will break for lunch for 1 hour per the chairman's discretion.
Items with the recommendation made by the Commission will be heard by the Board of Supervisors on Monday, October 6th at 9:30 in this same location, with the exception of any continued items. The general plan will be brought back to the Board of Supervisors special meeting on October 23rd, 2025 at this same location at 9:30. Item 1, Vicki.
Agenda item 1 is an evaluation of a request for a rezone of assessors parcel numbers 402-17113 and 402-17114 from an AR 8A agricultural residential 8-acre minimum lot size zone to an AR 5A agricultural residential 5-acre minimum lot size and an AR agricultural residential zone to allow for a minor land division in the scenic vicinity. Staff finds the application proper for consideration with standard conditions.
Thank you. Opening the public hearing, the applicant is present on Teams. Do you wish to speak or available for questions? Do any commissioners, I know we're waiting for response, but in the meantime, do any commissioners have questions?
Well, they can hear us now.
Yep.
I told them we can't hear them.
Good morning. Do you have anything that you'd like to add, or are you just available for questions?
They were voting to approve us.
While they're discussing, do commissioners have any questions for the applicant or staff at this time? Thank you very much. I'm good to, I'm not sure if they have.
Or mute, we're on now.
There's no questions from commissioners at this time, so unless you have something to add.
I think they'll say it right here.
Just tell them thank you.
Chairman, I think there is ongoing Teams issue with the audio.
Okay, we'll just go ahead and mute them, but I heard thank you. So closing the public hearing, no other questions or comments. I'd like to call for a motion on item 1.
Move to approve.
First.
Staff recommendations.
First and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, item carries. Item 2, Melanie.
Item 2 is an evaluation of a request for a special use permit for assessor's parcel number 224-12005 to allow for a night watchman's quarters in a CM commercial manufacturing zone.
Watchman is a...
If anyone on Teams could please mute their microphones, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Staff does find that the application is proper for consideration with the standard conditions.
Thank you very much. Opening the public hearing. Is the applicant present? Do you wish to speak at this time? No applicant present. Questions or comments from staff? From commissioners? Closing the public hearing, I'd like to entertain a motion on item 2.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Item 3, Vicky.
Item number 3 is an evaluation of a request for a special use permit for assessor's parcel number 305-06139 to allow for a billboard in a C2H highway commercial zone in the Golden Valley vicinity. Staff finds the application proper for consideration with standard conditions.
Thank you very much. Opening the public hearing. Is the applicant on Teams?
Yes, the applicant is in Teams, but they cannot hear the meeting right now for the audio, so
They can't hear
they can't
us at all?
hear us at all.
Got it. Well, is that a tech thing that we're going to wait for IT to work on? You want to, because there's there's 1, 2, 3, we have 3 other individuals on Teams as well as a commissioner.
For IT, it is Teams issue.
Oh, it's only on a Teams issue. Okay, my apologies. You did say that earlier. Do you want to, can you chat with them at least? While she's doing that, are there questions for staff? Opening the public hearing, the applicant is on Teams. Are there questions for staff from commissioners regarding this item? Or are there questions for the applicant? Okay, closing the public hearing. I'd like to entertain
My apologies, Chairman. I just received Commissioner Rugi's question for item 2, but it
Unfortunately,
passed.
that's closed,
Okay.
right? Technically we can go backwards, but we're already on number 3, so let's just keep. There must be a delay in that. So, okay, I'd like to call for a motion on item 3.
Motion to approve per staff recommendation.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Item carries. Item 4, Vicky.
Agenda item 4 is an evaluation of a request for a special use permit for assessor's parcel number 305-06139 to allow for a billboard in a C2H highway commercial zone in the Golden Valley vicinity. Staff finds the application proper for consideration with standard conditions.
Thank you very much. Opening the public hearing, another applicant on Teams. Do staff have any questions for the applicant? Hearing none, I'd like to close the public hearing. Do staff have any questions or comments, or excuse me, commissioners have any questions or comments at this time for staff? Hearing none, I'd like to call for a motion on item 4. Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. That's completely my fault. Opening the public hearing, may I have Greg Seitz and Ryan Arts? Well, the other individual can come down. Thank you. Name and address for the record, please, sir.
Yeah, my name is Greg Seitz. My address, 3890 Trail, Kingman, Arizona, 409. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. Thank you, public. Thank you, commissioners. We are here to oppose the special use permit for an off-site billboard less than 300 feet from a school K through 8. This is about protecting children and preserving community character, along with aligning with our county values. Billboard site being less than 300 feet, again, from the K-8 school. Students ages 5 through 13 are walking to building and in front of the school, getting picked up every day. Visual evidence, which we can present later, but it shows, you guys already had a picture up there. Billboards commonly promote marijuana dispensaries and adult sex shops. We have many photos of that. They're currently promoting Medusa Farms on some of their billboards out there, not appropriate for kids in that proximity. Exposure at elementary and middle school ages is harmful and inappropriate. Many jurisdictions around our country require a minimum of 500 feet. Most of them are 1,000 to 1,500 feet. Some of those jurisdictions include Connecticut at 1,500 feet, Nevada at 1,000 feet, Detroit at 1,500 feet, and California at 1,000 feet away from a school, a church, or any playgrounds. My question is, why would Mojave County even consider going against national norms?
There's no interaction in this. It's just your comments.
Okay. So county duty is to protect health, safety, and welfare. Offensive ads undermine parental rights in school safe environment. Approving this billboard opens the door for more near school and churches billboards, creates long-term precedent of visual blight. County plan emphasizes family-friendly growth and safety near schools. This billboard is inconsistent with the county's stated vision.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Ryan Arts.
Hello, my name is Ryan Arts. I live at 6597 West Redwall in Golden Valley. I'm currently the head of school of Golden Valley Christian Academy, which is a Christian school right where the proposed billboard is going to be. We reached out politely to the people that were going to do the billboard to ask them what they were going to put on the billboard, see if they were going to do anything that was nefarious or anything that was not appropriate, and they did not respond. We did our due diligence to try to work with them, to try to see if they could be compliant with not putting marijuana or putting something that's not appropriate for young minds to see day in and day out. We have about 100 cars that drive with children in front of that building every single day. And we have just about 100 students that will look at that billboard every single day. It is my concern that if there's no barriers or parameters on that billboard, that these students could be exposed to illicit substances, illicit material, things that are not appropriate for young children to see every single day. We want to promote a good welfare and good well-being for these children. We love these kids, and we don't want them to see that. Likewise, I know Mojave County has a vision that wants to protect these kids, wants to protect children, and wants to protect the community. And by doing so, we ask that you don't approve this because we don't know what they're going to put. With it being a digital billboard, they can put anything up there. And without those parameters in mind, they can do advertisement for Medusa Farms. There's a billboard across the street, just directly across the street from us, that already promotes bad behaviors like that. And so we want to speak against this to protect the young minds of our school. Thank you.
For clarification purposes, are you the building behind it?
Yes, we are.
Is it the same property owner?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Danielle? Blue today. I like the color change.
It's for another.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
No, I get it. Good morning, Commissioners. Danielle Olikek, and I am here on behalf of the Parent Teacher Fellowship Organization that I represent from Golden Valley Christian Academy in Golden Valley. And the zoning notices that came up for this, it definitely has brought up a topic of concern for parents, especially those like myself, and as you just heard from Mr. Ryan, that we carpool, and so we have other kids in our cars as well. And so I did send an email to the applicant asking her if they have any in-house standards that they hold for themselves, what they allow for their billboards and what the process is when it comes to advertising on that, which I have not received any response for that. So I'm hoping that today you can ask some questions about what their own in-house standards are for what they promote on their billboards, and also if they could just give us some more information about what we can expect if you do pass this. But parents are definitely concerned because, like, today on the way to school, it just said free weed every day on the billboard that's across the street. And so when you have other kids in your car, it's sometimes hard to explain those things. I'm open to explaining to my own kids what's going on, but sometimes that's not necessarily our job to do it for other people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Closing the public hearing. I'm assuming we still have a Teams issue, so no questions can be asked directly, but
I think it is now fixed.
hold on.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you all now. Yes, I can.
Okay, just 1 second before, I do believe there's a commissioner question, but I have a question for staff, just for clarification purposes. Property owners can put in billboards, lease them to companies such as Lamar or other individuals like that, but the county has correct me if I'm wrong, no authority or no ability to restrict what goes on billboards. Is that correct?
That is correct.
With given common sense. Let's add that.
Chairman Hassett, so, yeah, we don't regulate the content of the billboards unless there's something vulgar or pornographic on the billboard.
Got it, okay.
Commissioner, I would just add, too, that there's the free speech aspect of it
Right.
as well. And so as long as it's not unlawful, it's not something the county should be.
Correct, okay, perfect. Commissioner Patillo?
My question.
Oh, you were the same thing? Commissioner?
Okay, question for staff and the attorney. Even within a certain distance from a school or a church, there's no ordinance that prohibits any type of advertising?
Chairman Hassett, Commissioner Martin, so in the zoning ordinance for the provision for billboards, there's separation from residentially zoned property, which is, billboards would have to be 100 feet from any residentially zoned property. And then also, there's a provision in there for the exterior boundary of any federal, state, county, or city historic district, park, or monument. We don't have any regulations regarding school or churches and the separation from those.
I believe she was more concerned about content, correct? Okay. Can you move your mic? Just so they can hear you. No, we couldn't hear you.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments, or do we have any questions for the applicant? Does the applicant have anything they'd like to add?
Yes, I'm sorry, I was able to hear kind of the tail end of that, and I heard there was kind of some concern with the advertisements that would be going on there. Obviously, we haven't sold the ad yet, so I can't tell you exactly what will be on there, but I can tell you that our company, some locations, we have kind of a conservative, we don't advertise for any alcohol, no marijuana, no sorts of pornographic or things like that. We try to advertise for small to mid-sized businesses in small and mid-sized towns. So, if there's any concern with the advertisements, there would be nothing to the extent of that any kids would have to worry about. I can assure that our company-wide policy is nothing again with alcohol, any marijuana, pornographic things like that. Nothing like that will be advertised on some location boards.
Thank you. Did you receive correspondence from the local community in regards to that you neglected to respond to?
On this meeting, are you asking?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Multiple people said that they reached out with no response, so I was just curious if you received anything.
I did not receive anything. No, our permitter, Taylor, how did they reach out to us?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. I haven't received anything. I did follow up with someone with the county and asked if we had any local opposition, and they told me no, that there wasn't any.
Okay. I believe it was probably email just for verification purposes. Any other questions or comments from commissioners for applicant at this time? Hearing none, I'd like to close the public hearing and entertain a motion on item 4.
Make a motion to deny.
There's a motion of denial.
Second.
There's a second. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed.
Motion fails. I'd like to entertain a new motion on item 4.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Just need Rugi.
Commissioner Rugi approves the motion.
Motion carries. Item 5, Joseph.
Agenda item number 5, evaluation of a request for a rezone of assessor's parcel number 306-31012B from an AR5A agricultural residential 5-acre minimum lot size zone to an AR agricultural residential zone for a minor land division in the Golden Valley vicinity. Staff finds the application proper for consideration with standard conditions.
Thank you very much. Opening the public hearing is the applicant. Yes, you are present. Comments? Available for questions? Perfect. Questions or comments for the applicant from commission? No one else has signed up to speak, so I'd like to close the public hearing on item 5. Any questions for staff? If not, I'd like to entertain a motion on item 5.
Motion to approve per staff recommendation.
First?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Item 6, Joseph.
Item number 6 is an evaluation of a request for a rezone of assessors parcel numbers 343-28005B and 343-28005C from an AR10A agricultural residential 10-acre minimum lot size zone to an AR7A agricultural residential 7-acre minimum lot size zone to bring the property into compliance with the Meadview vicinity. Staff finds the application proper for consideration with standard conditions.
Thank you very much. Opening the public hearing, the applicant is present and on Teams. Do they wish to add anything or available for questions?
The applicant requested for the Teams link, but I do not see him right now.
Okay, applicant is not present. There is no one signed up to speak. Are there any questions or comments from commission to staff? Hearing none, I'd like...
Sorry. Commissioner Rugi has a question for the staff.
Okay.
If the staff can please address how parcels became out of compliance.
Chairman Hassett, Commissioner Rugi, I apologize. I'm trying to look into it right now. I don't know. I'm trying to look and see when the parcel was created. Looks like it was split back in 2023. 2023 was when we have the deed. I don't know if that's what split the property. Unfortunately, I don't have that information right now.
Okay. You want to table this and come back to it, or does he want to table it and come back till he has an answer?
He's approving the
Oh, he's good?
item, yep.
Okay, so closing the public hearing, I'd like to entertain a motion on item 6.
Motion to approve per staff recommendation.
First?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Item 7, Cassidy.
Agenda item 7 is an evaluation of a request for rezone of assessor's parcel numbers 329-05005, 065, 096, 102, 103, 114, 128, 129, 327 through 330, 373, 444 through 446, and 508 through 5110 from an R1 1A single-family residential 1-acre minimum lot size zone to an AR agricultural residential zone to allow for RVs as temporary residences in the White Hills vicinity. We've received 5 letters of opposition. Staff finds the application proper for consideration with standard conditions.
Thank you very much. Opening the public hearing, the applicant is present. Do you wish to speak at this time?
Good morning, Honorable Chairman, Commissioners. My name is Kathy Tackett Hicks. I'm representing the owner on this issue. And I was surprised we got some opposition. We looked at those letters, Glenda and I, and some of those letters are from owners out of the White Hills Equestrian Estates, which is a 5-acre subdivision, not close. There were, in fact, 3 letters that were surrounding within the 300 feet. I spoke with one of the gentlemen. So there's some confusion about this. I have already processed like over 300 lots to the conversion to the AR because during COVID there was a huge influx of people wanting to locate on their land. In support of that, the staff also instituted regulations that required these RVs to have a permit, and they required that if someone wanted an RV permit, they had to get a septic permit and install that. So there are some basic guardrails on this. There are five Golden Horseshoe Ranchos subdivisions that were platted in the 60s, I think. There's been absolutely no development on those. This is the only thing that is breathing life into these areas, and the developer's having some success. Here are, I don't even know how many in these two sections, another 70 or 80 lots that they want to convert. I absolutely believe it's the only thing keeping bringing life back to the area. I think it's good for the area. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. I just wanted to kind of discuss those opposition letters. Remind you, I've done this hundreds of times before.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
No one has signed up to speak at this time. Does staff or do commissioners have any questions for the applicant? Off today.
Thank you.
Okay, hearing none, I'd like to close the public hearing and entertain a motion on item 7.
Make a motion to approve with staff recommendation.
First.
Second.
And second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'm opposed.
You oppose? 1. Item carries. Item 8, Cassidy.
Agenda item 8 is an evaluation of a request for a rezone of assessor parcel numbers 32906, 012, 021, 022, 099, 113, 116, 118 through 123, 137, 144, 164, 172, 255, 257, 289, 290, 399, 411, 436, 437, 442 through 445, and 448 from an R1 1A single-family residential 1 acre minimum lot size zone and an RM 1A multi-residential 1 acre minimum lot size zone to an AR agricultural residential zone to allow for RVs as temporary residences in the White Hills vicinity. We've received 6 letters of opposition. Staff finds the application proper for consideration with standard conditions.
Thank you very much. Opening the public hearing, the applicant is present and available for questions. Do any commissioners have questions for staff or the applicant?
I have a staff question.
Yes, sir.
This is kind of confusing to me. On the 4th line down on the agenda, it says you're going from, well, the 3rd and 4th, from an R1/1A, single-family residential 1 acre lot size zone to a RM1A, multiple residential 1 acre lot size zone. What exactly does that mean? Multiple residential.
Chairman Hassett, Commissioner Patillo, so that's still part of the from, so I don't know which lots. Some of the lots have that RM1A zoning, which is multifamily residential. So when this area was platted back in the 60s, there were some lots that were commercial and some that were multifamily residential. This application is to convert all of the lots listed there to the agricultural residential zoning designation.
Okay, got it.
Any other questions from commissioners? Hearing none, I would like to close the public hearing and entertain a motion on item 8.
Motion to approve for staff recommendation.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
1. Motion carries. Item 9, Vicky.
I apologize, I'm having some technical difficulties. Agenda item 9 is an evaluation of a request for a rezone of assessor's parcel number 31907-010B from an AR 36A agricultural residential 36 acre minimum lot size zone to CRE commercial recreation zone for a campground in the Dolan Springs vicinity. Staff recommends approval for the proposed rezone subject to the following. They will have to, staff recommends approval with standard conditions.
Thank you very much. Opening the public hearing. The applicant is present. Do you wish to speak at this time? Or just available for, come on down. Name and address for the record, please.
Danielle Leglierier, 5908 Red Saturn Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89130.
Thank you. Available for questions. Is it, any commissioners have any questions for the applicant?
Commissioner Rugi has a question for the staff, actually.
Okay.
Okay, so he says, this appears to be spot zoning. There is no similar zoning in the area. Question to the staff, why are they recommending approval?
Chairman Hassett, Commissioner Rugi. So the commercial recreation zoning, and in this instance specifically rezoning for a campground, fits within the rural development area. CRE isn't a zoning that really exists in many places throughout the county. So almost every time it's implemented, it is spot zoning. So what we're looking at is the surrounding area, in this case, because it's rural in nature and would fit with that campground type development. That's why staff would find that proper for consideration.
He approves, he says.
Okay. No other questions or comments from commissioners, and no one else has signed up to speak. I'd like to close the public hearing. Thank you very much. And entertain a motion on item 9.
Make a motion to approve per staff recommendation.
Second.
First and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
1. Item carries. All right. Item number 10, Joseph.
Agenda item number 10 is an evaluation of a request for a rezone of assessors parcel numbers 324-09-027A and 324-09-028 from a RM20M multiple residential 20,000 square foot minimum lot size zone to a CMO commercial manufacturing open lot storage zone for RV consignment sales and office in the Kingman vicinity. Staff finds the application proper for consideration with standard conditions.
Thank you very much. Opening the public hearing. Is the applicant present? Do you wish to speak at this time? Thank you very much. No one else has signed up to speak on this item. Are there any questions from commissioners?
Commissioner Rugi has a question for the staff. Is a screened fence required?
Chairman Hassett, Commissioner Rugi. So once the rezone is approved, the next step would be going through the site plan process. And as we go through that site plan process, that's when those types of requirements would come up. But because there's no other CMO zoning on the adjacent parcels, a view obscuring fence will be required.
A security fence or a screen? He said screened fence.
View obscuring.
Oh, view obscuring.
Correct.
Got it. All right. You good with that, or is there any follow-ups?
Yes, he's good.
Okay. No other questions or comments. I'd like to close the public hearing and call for a motion on item 10.
Move to approve with staff recommendations.
Second.
First and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Item carries. Item 11, Melanie.
Item 11 is an evaluation of a request for rescission of PZC Resolution 87-70, and it caused assessors parcel numbers 35421, 037, 038, and 039 to be reverted from a C2H highway commercial zone back to an AR 10A agricultural residential 10-acre minimum lot size zone, having not met the conditions of approval in the Blake Ranch vicinity. There are actually 5 conditions, none of which have been met per that original resolution in 1987. We have not received any letters of opposition, and the staff does find that we're recommending that resolution, PZC number 8770C, be rescinded and the zoning be reverted back to the AR10A agricultural residential 10-acre minimum lot size zone.
Thank you very much. There's a letter opening public hearing. There's a letter where you attempted to find out if they,
Yes, Chairman Hassett, part of the rescinding process is we do send out letters to the original applicants and property owners, and we have not heard anything at this point.
Okay, thank you very much. No questions or comments from commissioners?
I've got a question for staff.
Yes, sir.
Why are we doing this almost 40 years later? And why would we revert it? I mean, there's no other really appropriate zoning for that area, so why don't we just let sleeping dogs lay?
Chairman Hassett, Commissioner Patillo, the lot was recently divided. We actually had some inquiry. I believe they are trying to sell it with the lot division that occurred, I believe it was in 2019, along with some other changes that have happened in regards to a road abandonment and relocation. The way that the properties are divided, one of those parcels, the main one that we have the inquiry about, is actually the one the closest to the highway. It's not of an appropriate size for what they're looking for developing. So it came to our attention at that point that none of the conditions for the original rezone had been met.
Thank you very much. Closing the public hearing, called for a motion on item 11.
Motion to rescind for staff recommendation.
First.
Second.
And second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item rescinded. Item 12, Melanie.
Item 12 is an evaluation of a request for an amendment to the Mojave County zoning ordinance for sections 15, 16, 19, 20, 23, 35, 37D, 37K, and 37P to allow for accessory residences on any lot where single-family dwellings are permitted. This is as required per the Arizona revised statutes. In May of this year, House Bill 2928 was passed by the Arizona State Legislature, and it was signed by the governor on May 23, 2025. It has, in summary, it changes where counties are allowed to permit accessory residences or ADUs. For lots that are under an acre, they are allowed to have, in addition to the single-family residence, one detached accessory residence and one attached accessory residence. For lots that are an acre and over, they can have one detached, one attached, and up to one other detached. It also allows a change from our current standards for administrative accessory residence permits from 50% the size of the existing residence up to 75%. If they wanted to exceed that 75%, they would still have to pursue the SUP from the Board of Supervisors. It also changes our setbacks on the residential lots from 15 to 5 feet. These changes don't supersede any of the applicable building codes or fire codes. They are still held to our standard lot coverage of 60%. There are still conditions they have to be met if they are on septic systems. If the county does not comply by adopting the development regulations as required by the House Bill 2928 by January 1st of 2026, the accessory residences shall be allowed on lots or parcels zoned for residential use in the county without limits. Staff is recommending amending those sections of the zoning ordinance as named. And the corrections, I should say the amendments are shown with the bold and underlined and the word strikes as shown.
You don't really have a choice, right? You just want us to officially adopt and amend. Okay. Well, any other questions? Opening the public hearing, are there questions or comments from commissioners?
I do have one.
Yes, sir.
That means you're going to have to redo the whole subdivision manual, right?
Chairman Hassett, Commissioner Kirkham, this would not affect the land division regulations. It's just a zoning amendment. So, as far as land division regulations go, the way you're splitting lots would remain the same.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments from commissioners?
Move approval.
Closing the public hearing, I'd like to call for a motion on item 12. We have a motion.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
My arm was twisted.
All right. Do any commissioners need a break or anything before item 13?
Nope.
Actually, there's not. Oh, yes? Okay. 5-minute recess.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Ain't that the
I fully believed I was going to be here. One or oh, no. Stop that.
Yeah.
Those RVs are just going to fall apart in the sun. You just approved all that trash to be sitting on the lot. That's what I did. They're just going to fall apart.
Could please take their seats. We're going to call the meeting back to order and start with item 13. Matthew.
Item 13 is an evaluation of a request to adopt the 2025 Mojave County General Plan to replace the 2015 Mojave County General Plan as required by Arizona revised statutes. This is something that was discussed at our previous meeting last week. Don't really have another formal presentation to go into, but I'm certainly happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. Opening the public hearing, may I please have the following individuals at least come to the front so you guys are good. Tyler Engel, Travin Pennington, Jennifer Esposito, John Gall, and Neil Groover. And we will start with Mr. Engel.
Thank you, Chair and Commission. I am speaking in support of the general plan in general. And the one hot button issue, which is the property I own and have options on in Golden Valley called the Dorado area, I am asking that if you recommend approval of the general plan today, that you add in this revision, which is additional concessions to more of the suburban residential, which is what the locals have been asking for out there. Should I flip this, or are they gonna flip it? Yeah, if they could rotate it, that would be best. But what we've done here is this whole northwest section, we've pretty much converted to all of it suburban residential. So taking out all the medium density, all the low density. We're keeping this little purple area is the designation for public facilities, which the fire department, we talked with them and they said if they were to want another station, this would be an area where they'd want it. So we have that for them, and a sheriff substation if they might want that someday. So 10 acres still dedicated for that. The rest of that all turned to the suburban residential, and keeping the 300-foot border of the suburban residential to more match the neighboring there. What this results in is now there's more suburban residential than the low density in this plan. So we feel like we've really come a long way in trying to appease the public and others to get something that everyone can be okay with and move forward. So this is what we're proposing, and we'd ask that you add this in the plan to move forward to the board. Thanks.
Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate the fact that you're willing to make those adjustments. No one person is going to be happy, and that's something I woke up this morning thinking to myself, we got to come to an agreement that's going to work for everybody, because the plan needs to move forward. We're not going to split meetings and do it again in next month, so come on up.
I appreciate it.
My name is Travin Pennington. I'm also with Engel Homes. Rather than just repeat what Tyler said, I'd like to take, thanks for the opportunity. Thanks staff for being a part of this. Another thing I'd like to say is connected to this, if this is approved, is to also, we intend to make a sizable investment in infrastructure in Golden Valley, right? Create what will be a regional sized sewer company out there that handle not only our properties, but probably properties in the area. And then also we expect to make a sizable investment in the infrastructure and GVID. So thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you very much. Jennifer Esposito. Will you check, make sure that mic's on when you come up, Jennifer? That gentleman in the back said he couldn't hear.
Testing, testing. Hey, you just actually have to use the mic. Jennifer Esposito, 3211 East Snavely Kingman, Golden Valley property owner within the Golden Valley Improvement District. Well, since the last meeting, I'm sure you guys have all acquainted yourself with Resolution 2006-657A that I brought up. You know, the question to staff about, you know, is this normal or is this, when did this happen? And the protestation of, I don't know, I wasn't there then. Well, what happened is that staff screwed up back then. It was supposed to revert back, but somehow in all the confusion, everybody just didn't do what they were required to do. The reality is is that it almost at this point doesn't matter how many concessions Angle Homes makes. We said 1 acre lots, we meant 1 acre lots. Make all the concessions you want. Even if you put it back in the general plan, the general plan does not legally override the resolution passed by the Board of Supervisors. But the reality that we're facing is now, because of the open meeting law violations and everything that happened, is that the Board of Supervisors is probably not going to come to a unanimous decision. So the reality is that we're going to have to keep rolling under the old plan. And that means that the Board of Supervisors does not get the development they want up on the Colorado Strip, because they won't pass a plan. They won't all agree. They, you know, somebody's going to have to give, but I'll tell you what, it's not going to be those of us who own property in GVID. I've already, 5D chessed this thing out so many moves down ahead, nobody even knows what I already have planned up in here as contingency and a backup and everything else, because it devaluates my property, it devaluates my future. So you can get more water allotments, you can make concessions, but we said 1 acre lots, we meant it. This general plan is for what we want, not what you want. You don't live there.
Thank you. John Gall.
Good morning, Chairman Hassett, Planning and Zoning Commissioners, John Gall, Arizona Land and Water Resources, 2701 Andy Devine, Kingman, Arizona. And I spent 5 hours in a dental chair yesterday, and I also was chair of the general plan update in 2005. I don't know what was more enjoyable. So I commiserate with your comments, Chairman Hassett, about making everybody happy. But the clients that I represent have large property holdings in Beaver Dam, Littlefield, Mojave Valley, Fort Mojave, the Red Lake area, and of course Harmony and Golden Valley. And they're all in support of the general plan as it's outlined. So we urge you to approve it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Neil Groover.
Good morning to everybody. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
But there's just no upside to this for people that live in Golden Valley. I moved out there, I bought out there 30 years ago. And the reason I did is I had a chance to buy, in fact, I bought a lot over on Bank Street. But I like that area out there because it's 1 acre or more, animals, and it's just a good way of living out there. But there's going to be more traffic. And even now, sometimes I check the Coyote Pass where I live. I can, with my binoculars, look at Coyote Pass, and one day it was backed up all the way to Agua Fria on the 93. But yeah, there's going to be just everybody that lives in Golden Valley we're not for it. I mean, I can't find one person over there that for it. My church is not for it. Anybody I've talked to isn't for it. And I went through this before in a little valley I lived in California, Valley Center, California. And when I moved there was chicken farms, there was dairies. In fact, we had one of the biggest turkey farms in the USA, not the biggest area, but the biggest turkey farm, Ms. Paw Turkeys. But anyway, it seems like the same thing. We got a bunch of people, and we come down here about a year ago, and Miss Bishop was sitting there, and I'm not sure what all the other ones, and we thought we had this taken care of. And then the other day, I guess staff, I don't know, is staff for us, or, who does staff work for, if I might ask?
The county.
Well, they gave us notices before when we was going to have a big meeting, and unless my neighbor brought it down in the minor, I'd have never known about this one, or the one last week, rather. But I know that they want to do it because I understand. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Brian Burke.
Good morning, supervisors.
Morning, sir.
I'm here today to present a macro view of why approving large housing developments in Golden Valley is an unwise decision, which will negatively impact Golden Valley's future. Ignoring decades-long severe drought, prior water disasters, Golden Valley residents are concerned that Golden Valley wells are dropping approximately 1 foot per year, On September 15th last week, supervisors discussed creation or discovery of 4,000 GVID water allocations versus 402 existing allocations based on modeled projections, not publicly available geological engineering studies. In past years, GVID used to have resident members on its board of directors, so currently Mojave County is acting on behalf of GVID members. This is a possible conflict of interest if it's discovered that any Mojave County supervisors have taken camping contributions from Engel Homes. Supervisors should disclose this and recuse themselves from voting on GVID matters. GVID also should establish resident members on its board of directors. Finally, on the water issue, any attempts at drilling deeper into Sacramento aquifer run the risk of arsenic and salt ingress, which occurred in 2 wells in the early 2000s in Golden Valley, which had to be decommissioned. Crime. Mojave County is the second largest county in Arizona. As a rule, population in urbanized areas tend to have higher crime rates per capita. Sheriff's Department, Mojave County, a 2024 study by ASU provides insights into the state's law enforcement retention issues. Officer retention is dictated by competitive salary and supportive work environment. Mojave County Sheriff Office has 1 deputy per 1,000 residents. The
Thank you,
cities
sir.
around have 2. So that's.
Thank you. No one else is signed up to speak on this item. Are there any questions or comments from commissioners? Yes, ma'am.
I really appreciate the fact that Engel Homes is working to change that section to suburban residential. I appreciate
Thank you.
I have something to say as well.
Yes, ma'am.
It is my understanding, Jennifer, that you do not live there either, that you live somewhere else. You only own property there. I just wanted to make that clear.
Thank you. For clarification, I'm sorry. Commissioner Ruge?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So I'm just going to read Commissioner Rugi's comment on item 13. I vote in favor of the approval of general plan. I do appreciate the passion with which Golden Valley residents have come forward and the input they have had on the plan. However, I believe the past approved general plan showing higher densities within the Dorado subdivision area obligate us to approve this general plan as it is currently proposed. Property owners' rights should be protected. The property owner has made numerous concessions to address the public's opposition. All of the other issues that have brought up will be addressed as this property will be required to meet many requirements in the future. If any of these requirements cannot be met, the project will not move forward.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
You know, I've been. I appreciate.
There you go.
There you go. I appreciate Engel Homes doing a lot of revisions, and I know they went through an awful lot, jumped through an awful lot of hoops for Golden Valley. This plan here is better suited to what your concerns are, and I understand that you still want to keep your 1 acre lots and all that stuff, but growth is inevitable, and I think the landowner has a right to present a plan, and if that plan is all right with the commissioners and the supervisors. I don't know about how we get this in the general plan without having to do extra meetings. Is it just something that we can put in as appendix, or how is this going to affect our vote today?
Mr. Chair, Commissioner Kirkham, yeah, so if the commission wishes to include the plan that was presented by Engel Homes, they just need to make that in their motion. We have the document from Engel Homes that's in front of you, and so we would be able to implement that just by your vote and your additional condition in your vote to include that in the plan. I'd also like to make just one point of clarification. one of the speakers mentioned that it would require a unanimous vote by the board. The state statute requires a 2/3 vote, which in our case would be 4 out of the 5 board members.
Okay. All right.
Jennifer, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That satisfies my question. Thank you so much. And thank you, Engel Holmes, for concessions that they've made over the course of this meetings and stuff. I appreciate their ability, or their, how should I say? Well, thank you for presenting something that's a little better than what we saw before.
Just for, oh, sorry.
That's all I have.
For a point of clarity from a legal and a compliance standpoint, what was originally presented by the property owner, Engel Holmes, was already once sent to the Board of Supervisors, kicked back over here. But strictly speaking, from a compliance and legality standpoint, there is nothing wrong with the original request where that was all low-density residential, correct? I guess what I'm trying to say is that this could be kicked back over with the original request of the property owner. This is purely out of a really being polite and giving concessions to some of the requests from the homeowners, property owners.
Commissioners, if I think I understand your question correct, as far as, I mean, this commission's here to recommend a draft to the Board of Supervisors. And however many meetings that takes to get public input for you guys to discuss it and come up with a final plan, that's fine. So yes, you can make changes, you can recommend changes, and then if the board wants to kick it back, if you guys need to do this as many times as you need to do it, that's fine.
Okay, good enough for me. Any other questions or comments from commissioners at this time? Hearing none, I'd like to close the public hearing and move for a motion on item 13.
Okay, I will make a motion, excuse me, make a motion to approve with the conditions that we incorporate this document in to the general plan, and I move approval.
Second.
You good with that? The way that was
Is that
worded?
good enough verbiage?
He's happy. We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh, Rugi already said in favor. So item 13 carries. Item 14, commissioners' comments. Hearing none. I'd like to move on to item 15, call to the public. No one has signed up to speak. Going once, twice, meeting is adjourned.
All right, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
At one.
We did? Where? Danielle? Come on down. My apologies. Meeting not adjourned. I know, I was really surprised I didn't see your name on here.
I was rushing in today. I had a lot going on this morning.
Oh, gotcha.
But Commissioners, Danielle Olikek, Golden Valley, thank you for having some dialogue today and discussion. I appreciated that. And I got the opportunity to stop and talk to the guys a little bit last week from Engel Homes. And I just told them, help it make sense to us a little bit better. And so I do appreciate those concessions. But I do want to just encourage everybody who's watching that this property does still have to go to the rezone, and there are still stipulations that the board could put on even the low density, whether that be half-acre lots, only 2 per acre. And so this isn't a make-all, end-all decision. And, my professional development, I was always taught that a good negotiation, all sides give up something, and nobody walks away feeling like they screwed the other person. So it's a good start, even though it's not what I personally want. I am thankful for those changes. Thank you.
Really appreciate those comments. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Call to the public? Once, twice, sold, meeting adjourned. Have a great rest of your day.
Boy, I botched that. Sorry.